All right, this is much, much better. So if you've been watching my last couple of videos, you saw the mess that was on the bottom of this pantry. And I've gotten it all cleaned out. Everything in here is not expired and usable. So I'm 5 foot tall, so I decided that upper cupboard, for all intents and purposes, is just out of reach for me. Now I do have a step stool that I keep in my kitchen all the time, so it's fine. I could just keep getting up there. But for everyday use, I'm trying to maximize my time. So I put the things where I can actually reach them. And this is overflow plastic storage. It's things that I use when I'm having a party or if I'm really filling my freezer full of things. So, and I don't use, electric knives all the time, or even my soup, what is that thing called? Hand blender. I don't make soup all the time, or cream sauces, but I can reach it, so it's there when I need it. But I decided to put things that I don't use a whole lot on the very top, because before I was trying to store cereal boxes and things up there, and I just always had to drag out the step stool. So this looks 100% better. Everything is grouped. And there's my canned goods. But you can see that I still have plenty to work with for a no spend, as much as possible. No spend, low spend. So actually, let's see. I got to walk over here in my kitchen. I was unloading the dishwasher. So what I'm going to do, this is just an example of my next several meals. Now, right now, I'm making the spaghetti that I talked about yesterday. I got it on the stove. I've got the 2 cans of mushrooms that are not expired, and I just want to use those. I'm trying to use everything that I have. The hamburger I bought about 2 weeks ago and had it in the freezer. So technically, for the new year, I didn't spend any money on it. But that was about $4 when I did buy it. Now what I'm going to do, like I talked about yesterday, is I have this macaroni pasta in here. And even though normally I would use this rigatoni, especially if I was having company, I wouldn't do that to them. It'd just be kind of different for some people. I would use that brand new box of rigatoni. But this macaroni, I've had it for a while, and I want to get it used and rotated. So I'm going to have this. And then, sorry, I hope I'm not moving too fast. Then in my fridge, I have this jar of spaghetti sauce that I just opened 2 days ago. I used it for a party. I used part of it. So I've got some in there. And so I was going to make some extra spaghetti sauce, but I think I'm just going to make a real small batch. It's just my husband and I don't want to make like 6 meals of spaghetti. I just really want like 1 with a tiny bit of leftovers. So I'm not even going to probably use all of this macaroni. I'll probably just use maybe 2 cups of it. So I'll still have some of that to work with. So when you come over here again, I'm trying to walk slower, guys, sorry, to my pantry. This is the 5-pound bag of wild rice minus some that was in it. And then I also have some in here. This is a blend, I think, isn't it? Maybe that's pure wild rice. I don't know. But either way, what I did was I looked at everything that I had in here, and I looked at what recipes will allow me to spend the least amount of money until a lot of this is gone. So this is my first recipe that I wanted to show you. This is a Taste of Home. I love Taste of Home. Their website's free. Their books are at every thrift store, but they rate, let's see, where's the ratings on here? Maybe I told it not to print the ratings, but this has very good ratings. You can especially if you pull it up online, you can always see the ratings. So this recipe here is Northwoods Wild Rice Salad. And the reason I chose it, it's only going to use about 2/3 cup of uncooked wild rice, but it uses 2 cans of sauerkraut. And I have this big old jar of sauerkraut. So 2 cans, I think, what are they? Normally like 12 to 14 ounces. Let's see, on here it says 14 ounces. So that'd be 28 ounces, and then I'd have some left in there. So I would either make a double batch and just have a little bit less of sauerkraut, or we would use the sauerkraut in the next recipe I'm going to show you. So for this recipe, I have a red onion over on my counter that does need used also. So I would need to buy some carrots, some celery, and then let's see, I have sugar, I have I have cider vinegar here somewhere. I think I actually have it in my laundry room because I use it for, you know, soaking things sometimes. And I had a bunch of cider vinegar. Oh, actually, I think there's a whole cider vinegar back there too unopened. So I definitely need to use up that apple cider vinegar. And then the rest of the sauce is oil, salt and pepper, parsley, tarragon, and walnuts. So if I'm going to use the fresh parsley and fresh tarragon, I would have to buy that. So I'll look, see if I can find it really cheap. And then I don't have any walnuts on hand. I have almonds, which almonds and wild rice go really good together. So probably I'm just going to substitute the almonds. But you'd be surprised how many baking things are on clearance right now after Christmas. So I might decide to splurge and get $3 or $4 in walnuts. But at most, to make even 2 big batches of this whole thing, which I probably won't make 2. I'll just make 1 and then, you know, maybe the following week, maybe make it again if we like it. But I think I can spend, let's see, $1.50 on celery, about $1.50 on carrots. And then if I buy the walnuts, say $3. So maximum, this recipe, which would be enough for my husband and I for 2 or 3 meals, would be $5, plus I'm rotating stuff out of my pantry and not letting it go to waste. So that was my first idea for the wild rice and the sauerkraut. Now I have some other ideas for the sauerkraut. This is a Reuben style pizza, which sounds amazing. And instead of the refrigerated pizza crust, I've got yeast on hand. I've got all the stuff to make a quick, just kind of pizza dough. So I would just make that in my bread machine. I have some cream cheese here that I need to rotate. And then I have this, I have 2 of these. This is cheddar cheese soup, but it is healthy request. And I don't know. I'm picky. I don't know if it won't taste as good. This one is like an off-brand from up here at my grocery store. I must have bought it for a party. But anyway, I have 2 of these. So theoretically, if I'm willing to, you know, lower my standards and not be as picky just for a short period of time, I have everything here. I don't have the Thousand Island dressing, I don't think, because we don't eat that as a rule. So I think I'm going to look up how to make that. I have a lot of like mayonnaise and ingredients on hand, and I might be able to make that homemade. I forgot what all's in that. So, but at most, if I decide to make this pizza, I would need to buy Thousand Island dressing, which I kind of hate to do because it's only 1/4 cup per pizza. So I'm not sure I'll do that, but I don't think it would taste good without it. So it's kind of one of those things. But I might mix up a half a batch of Thousand Island dressing. Then I would need the pumpernickel bread, the corned beef, and the Swiss cheese. And so pumpernickel bread, I don't know. I've seen it on clearance a lot because it's kind of a specialty item. So if I can catch it right, I think I could make this whole thing. Let's see, Swiss cheese, I only need 1.5 cups, and then 1/2 pound of corned beef. So to make one big pizza, I think I could do it under $6 and probably less, but $6 at the most. And I think for like $7, if I even had to buy the Thousand Island dressing, I could make 2 big pizzas and maybe freeze one. Everything on there should freeze really, really good. And then that way I would use up both of those cans of condensed cheese soup and get rid of those so that they're rotated. Then I have another Reuben pizza. It's a much simpler, more basic recipe. It doesn't have the cheese, which I think it depends on how you like your Reubens. Some people put that kind of cheese sauce on there, some don't. This is a much more basic, and I think I probably would like this better. So I might try one of each, actually. This one emphasizes the Thousand Island dressing a lot more, but it de-emphasizes and doesn't have that can of cheese sauce. So these are my choices so far for meals that are going to cost me less than like $5 a piece. Since it's my husband and I, each serving or each meal would be like about $2.50 is all. So that's my plan. I'm going to the store out of town. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and shut my pantry here, and I've got to go over here and stir my hamburger. I'm not sure if I can do a no-spend day today, because if the weather allows, I love this thing. If you don't have one of these things, I think it's a Pampered Chef thing. If you don't have one of these things, it's non-stick. It is the best tool I've ever had. If you shop at thrifts like I do as a reseller, you'll see them there sometimes. But even new, I don't think it's, you know, more than 15. So if you ever get a chance to get one, maybe treat yourself. If you save enough money this month, that could be something that you treat yourself on. But I love this thing. It's just even better than a spatula, just like breaking up the hamburger. So anyway, but I'll show you. Excuse all of our mess. We're trying to put our Christmas stuff away. I hate it when it's time to put the tree away. I just love my Christmas tree. I got it at Kmart like 20 years ago. No kidding. Let me back up a little bit. And let's see. I'm 5 foot tall. I think it's 7 or 8 feet tall. Must be about 7 because I'm 5 feet tall. But I got it for like $40 like 20 years ago. And thankfully, we've taken care of it. But anyway, here's my situation in Wyoming. We have beautiful mountain range there out of my window, but of course you can't see that today. It's all socked in. There's my car. I just got home literally, let's see, 20 minutes ago from cycling, and look, it's already back to being covered that much. So I was trying to get ready, thought I was going out of town. I was going to pick up some of these groceries, and it just maybe is not going to happen. So here's my kitty. She's precious. My husband's playing with the dog across the street where there's more room since we have our Christmas stuff here. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. That is my day 3 plan. Like I said, if we do get out of town, if this clears up, then I probably will have to gas up my car today. And that will cost about, I think, $28, depending on how much gas I already have. And then we will need food for tonight. Now, we have a gift certificate for a restaurant in the place where we're going that was given to us at Christmas, and it's for $30. So even if my husband and I order big, I think with the tip and adding a little bit, you know, we can get by with dinner for $15. So today I'm hoping to not spend more personally than $15. Now on my business, I'm also trying to do a real low spend on my business. Now, needless to say, I have to have inventory to make money. I can't just not sell anything on eBay. I have to buy things to sell. But I am trying to have the lowest spend I can on eBay, but I am going to go to the thrift store today. That's actually the reason we're going, is to get inventory. So I will report back tomorrow, or as soon as I can. I might be in Denver tomorrow if the roads allow, to really try to save some more money. Let me know what you think of the recipes. I probably won't make these till the weekend. I don't know if, you know, the spaghetti will be gone. And actually we have just a little bit more of the fried rice. That's all we have left. Let me show you this fried rice. People I know are probably skeptical, but it is yummy, yummy, yummy. See, it's got all that Spam in there, and you could use real ham or chicken or bacon even. I mean, there's endless kinds of stir-fried rice. Any kind of leftover meat. Beef would be really good in there too. So any kind of meat you have, and then it becomes a very, very cheap recipe. And you can look this up, but this is what I use. I use this, and then I use soy sauce, salt and pepper, eggs. So right now, thankfully, I have about 1.5 dozen of eggs that I need to also implement into some recipes this week. And, you know, you can tell my my kitchen is, you know, it's thinning out. I'm trying really, really hard. Someone gave us some rhubarb jelly, so that's good. I won't need to buy jelly of any kind for probably 2 weeks, if not 3. We have grape jelly. Ugh, not my favorite on toast. I'll tell you, I grew up with it, just straight purple jelly all the time. But what I might do when I get time is splurge and get some hamburger once I kind of run out of recipes. And then I've got this barbecue sauce that needs used up, and that grape jelly. And then, you know, a couple other things that I can throw in, you know, some liquid smoke and stuff, and just make some meatballs. I might use up some of this stuff doing that. So, okay, guys, have a great day. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're doing. If you have any other tips on recipes, I love collecting inexpensive yet somewhat healthy tasting or decent tasting recipes. And I'll let you go. Bye-bye.